IHTN Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tomahawk Stadium tonight, where the Indian Hill Braves will be taking on the Lakota West Thunderbirds. Tonight, starting at the face-off for the Indian Hill Braves, is number 28, Sam Markowitz, and he'll be facing number 30 for the Thunderbirds. Starting in cage for the Braves tonight is Matt Young, senior captain. I'm Rob Young, and with me tonight is Greg Levschek doing sidelines for us. And then we have our first face-off, which possession has been won by Lakota West as they move into their offensive end of the field. Matt Carrier, senior, going to Butler University next year, picks up the ball. The Braves have 14 seniors on the squad tonight. Right now we've got 6 of them playing down in the defensive end of the field. As Lakota West brings it out and loses control of the ball, it's now down in the offensive end of the Braves. Picked up by the defender for Lakota West, who's trying to clear it out up the right side of the field as he brings it up across the midfield section into the offensive box, and it's going to be a pass. And they get in close, and it's a save by Young at close range. Braves defense is a little under. It's a shot gone wide, out of bounds. Possession will stay with Lakota West. The Braves come into this game at 3-1 tonight, with their only loss to the Moeller Crusaders in overtime last Wednesday. This will be the Braves' 4th Division I opponent that they face. Number 6 dodging down through the alley. As he's turned out, he gets inside, shot wide and miss. Lakota West with the restart. Left side of the field wide. Number 20 rolls the cage. Checked by number 5, Patrick Amato. And this ball's gone out of bounds on the Braves. Possession stays with Lakota West. Game of lacrosse is a little different than most other games, where when a shot is taken and it goes out of bounds, the team closest to the ball as it goes out of bounds retains possession. That's why you see shooters shooting and the ball's going wide. Lakota West again keeps possession. Number 21 is another save by Young. As Young takes the ball, he's looking to make a clear out to his midfield section. It's cleared to Matt Carrier, who is known as the one-man clear and the fastest man on the field. Carrier successfully brings it down in the offensive end, gives it to Carl Koster, the big man, and we now have a reset for the Indian Hill Braves in their offensive end as they do some substituting to start their offensive set. On the offensive end right now, we have Ben Brendamore, number 7, Zach Schneider, number 2, Matt Carrier, number 3, Austin Schneider, number 11, Carl Koster, number 9, and number 12, Ben Frazier. Braves are moving the ball around. The ball's back at X. Austin now out to Carl Koster, coming back down to Brendamore, who swings it back out to Zach Schneider, who dodges the midfielder and takes a shot. Shot has gone high over the crease, and Braves retain possession. No, I take that back. The possession went to Lakota West that time, as they work on clearing the ball out through their defensive end. key to tonight's game for the Braves will be controlling the ball, controlling the offensive clock, and ensuring that their defense plays tight. Players on Lakota West to watch are number 30, OC as he's known, and their face-off guy, number 20. Ryan Mullaney playing good defense there as Lakota brings it back outside the 35. Patrick Amato looking to push his player out to the alley as they swing it back to the left side of the field. Ben Quibel playing OC here, trying to keep him out. It's a shot wide. Young has the ball in the crease. Indian Hills now in their clearing game, looking to clear it up the field. Taking it through number 8, Ryan Mullaney. Ball is lost by Mullaney. It's gone off into the defensive end for Lakota West, who throws it away out of bounds. Indian Hill retains ball. That was a good luck on that possession for Indian Hill as they get to start their offense. Matt Carrier with the ball on the left side of the cage. As he brings it down, he's going to swing it back out to Ben Brendamore, who swings it to Zach Schneider, who's going to bring it back out to Matt Carrier, swinging it quickly to the left side as Brendamore looks for a dodge, pulls it back out. Zach Schneider with room and time. He passes it back to the X, who swings it back out to Brendamore, who shoots and score. Braves. Great assist by Austin Schneider to Ben Brendamore with the shot and goal. At 6:38, we have the Braves up 1-0. The Braves were patient with their offense. They moved the ball quickly, got the defense moving and making mistakes, opening that shot up for Ben Brendamore. Markowitz on the face-off again with the ground ball. He's coming down into the alley. He dumps the ball. Schneider has it, takes it back through X as the offense is resetting again. Sam Markowitz is having a spectacular season this year at the face-off X. He's averaging about 70% on his face-offs, which gives the Braves a great amount of possession time, which has allowed them to win 3 games this year and be in a hot contest against the Moeller Crusaders. Braves swing it back up top to Matt Carrier to Ben Brendamore. Shot and goal. Ben Brendamore with the dodge on number 15 and another goal. Ben Brendamore has really brought the offensive firepower on the last 2 games. Braves are now up 2-0 with 5:56 left in the first quarter. Tonight the skies are clear, blue, but very frigid as we're playing in about 45-degree weather with a nice brisk wind out of the east. Markowitz at the face-off X again. Another win by Markowitz, who's bringing it down. Ball lost by Markowitz. Lakota West is looking at transition here. They're bringing it up and will settle for a settled offense. Ball lost by the Thunderbirds. Ball down. Nobody's picking it up. Markowitz picks up the ground ball and is bringing it down across the 50 to the 40. As he brings it into the offensive box for the touch, he gives it to Ben Frazier. Ben Frazier is leading the state at Division II this year with points. Points are both goals and assists. He's at I believe 25 points so far this year in just 4 contests. Let's see how many points he gets tonight. Right now we have the only freshman on varsity, Owen Taylor, number 23, out on the field as the Braves, ball's down, Carl Koster with the ball, who dodges in. Goal by Carl Koster, number 9. So the seniors have contributed 3 points here in the first quarter. With 4:49 left, the Braves are up 3-0. Defense has been playing well. Young already has 2 saves, several clears. We've had a couple block shots, and the Braves are doing really well controlling this game. We have Zach Schneider out at the face-off X now, number 2, senior, and his first face-off of the season. Zach Schneider's 1 possession of the ball as the Braves continue to control the face-off and get their touch in the offensive end. Matt Carrier on the field coming in. Austin Schneider with the ball, running through a pick by Ben Frazier. Schneider's looking to pass the ball off up top to his brother Zach, to Brendamore, to Carrier. Carrier's looking for the dodge, dishes it off to the X, to Austin Schneider, who brings it back up top to Zach, who dodges and shoots, and goal. Great assist from Austin Schneider to his older brother Zach Schneider for the goal. The Braves are up 4-0 with 4:05 left in this first period. The Braves have made some great adjustments between Friday night and tonight, and are clicking on all cylinders. We have a timeout by Lakota West trying to neutralize it. Jeff Citteron said there will be a fundraising campaign to raise funds to put a dome over Tomahawk Stadium next year. So send in your donations to Jeff Citteron, Athletic Director at Indian Hill High School, for the dome project at Indian Hill. Cash is accepted at the door. And we're back out at the face-off X with Zach Schneider taking the face-off again. 4:05 left in this first period. Zach Schneider fighting for the ground ball. Wing guy comes in for Lakota West, number 44, with possession, bringing it down the right alley as he brings it into their offensive zone and gets their touch. Zach Schneider riding hard there. Ryan Mullaney playing defense and trying to push his guy out. Ball is thrown away by Lakota West. It's going to be Braves possession. Ben Quibel with the ball. Another set of great wheels for the Braves. Ben Quibel, who plays close defense and long stick midi, dishing the ball out to number 13, another senior, Brad Collins. Braves are currently ranked 21st in the state overall, and that's both in Division I and II. Brad Collins dodging, dishing the ball. It's going to be Lakota ball as the ball travels past the end line. We'll see if the Braves can get possession back here on the ride. Lakota West trying to start it. They throw it away out of bounds. Carl Koster is going to pick the ball up for the quick restart. Ball back to Austin Schneider, bringing it through X to Ben Frazier, who's fighting a long stick. Trying to roll, and he shoots and fires over the top of the bar. Out of bounds. Braves retain possession. As we restart it here, Austin Schneider dodging around the X and fires out of bounds, and it's going to be Braves ball. Ben Frazier picking it up for the quick restart. Ben Frazier trying to use a pick by Austin Schneider. He's doubled up, and he's going to clear it back through X to Austin Schneider, who's going to bring it back out to the top. Ball picked off by number 51 for Lakota West as Zach Schneider rides hard. Out to the goalie, who's going to bring it up to the long stick, number 14, who's looking to clear it into the offensive end. He loses control of the ball. Brendan Moore is trying to get the ground ball. It's picked up again by number 14. As Matt Carrier knocks it out, this ball is probably going to go Indian Hill's way as they've failed to clear the ball into the offensive end. Braves ball, great defense and great riding by the Braves. Matt Carrier, the one-man clear, bringing it up the field for the Braves, dishes it off to Ben Brendamore, who gets the touch in the offensive box. The offensive box at Tomahawk Stadium is defined by the yellow lines coming down off the 30-yard line down to the end line and the 30-yard line. Zach Schneider swinging it on the left side to Carl Costner, back up top to Zach Schneider, to Matt Carrier, who swings the ball to the right side to Brendamore, down to Austin Schneider, to Ben Frazier, to Carl Costner. The Braves have done a great job of controlling this ball, making very few mistakes when they possess it, moving it pretty freely around, and it's a shot by Brendamore is saved, but the rebound's picked up by Zach Schneider as they start to work it around again. Shot again by Brendamore, save again by number 50. Clearing it out to the midfielder, number 29, who's bringing it up the field. Ladies and gentlemen, at halftime, we'll try to get the roster for Lakota West so we can put names to the jersey numbers. Right now, we just have jersey numbers. As Finn Quible's looking at pushing out. Another save by Matt Young, who's clearing it out to 21. Rory Perlman as he brings it up into the offensive end and clears it out to Brendamore. Ball down on the ground. Brendamore picks up the ground ball. As we finish our last 10 seconds of the first quarter, will the Braves get another shot off? Brendamore's rolling the crease. It will not make another shot as they lose control of the ball, and it comes across the 50 to end the first quarter. Braves up 4-0 as the Braves put on a great offensive show in this first quarter. You announcing with me? As we get ready to start the second quarter, the Braves are up 4-0 as the senior heavy Braves put on a great offensive show. We've lost our other announcer tonight, Greg Lefschek. I think he probably froze out on the practice field with the middle school program, who had a great win the other day against Marymount. I believe the score was 6-2. As Indian Hill continues their tradition of having a strong middle school program. This year's varsity head coach Tim McKay coached for 7 years at the middle school level, winning a state championship and taking many teams into the final of the state championships year after year against programs such as Upper Arlington, Dublin, Jerome, and other great lacrosse schools in the Columbus area. As we get ready to start, we switch sides. Young takes the far side of the field now in the cage for the Braves, as number 50 is in the cage for Lakota, and at the face-off X is Sam Markowitz again, with Matt Carrier in the wing and Patrick Amato in the other wing with the long stick. Fighting over the possession. Ground ball, we have a loose ball. Be interesting to see who gets possession of this. It's Lakota West with possession as they bring it into the offensive end. In transition, shot, saved by Young again. Matt Young's having a great night tonight, making several key saves to keep the score at a 4-0 lead for the Braves. The restart will go to Lakota West as they were closest to the ball as it went out of bounds, giving the Braves off defense a chance to settle in. We have Finn Quibel, number 4, on number 20. Another save by Young. Bringing the ball up the field is John Edwards, who's looking to dish the ball off. Out to Matt Carrier, who's looking to bring it up into the offensive end to get a touch in the offensive box. As we move into transition, and Frazier with the shot. I'm sorry, that's Brad Collins with the shot. It goes out of bounds with Ben Frazier closest to the ball. No, they give this ball to Lakota West. From up here, folks, it looked as though that ball was closest to Ben Frazier. As it appears that the defense for Lakota West is just trying to buy time as they just throw the ball downfield, not really trying to get a good clear in. And ball's back to Matt Young in his stick, starting the clear as he's walking it up to the 35. Out to Brad Collins, who brings it across the 50 to Zach Schneider, who's wide open in space, gets his touch in the box and pulls it back out as we swing it across the top here with Ben Brendamore with the ball. Clearing it back to number 13, Brad Collins, who loses control of the ball, and Lakota picks the ground ball up and has control as they're trying to clear it. Carl Kosser riding hard. Frazier on the goalie, bringing it out wide across the 50 is number 42 for Lakota West, bringing it up into their offensive box in transition. Electing to settle it down as he brings it through the X spot through number 20, who's dishing it off to the left side of the cage through the top to number 3. Zach Schneider guarding number 3. Right now on the defense we have John Edwards, Mitchell Trout, Finn Quibel, and Rory Perlman in. Sam Markowitz, another save by Young, who's clearing it out quickly to Markowitz, who's bringing it outside the 30 to the 35, 40, across the 50 as he's checked and loses control of the ball as Carl Kosser runs across the field to try to get the ground ball. Ground ball is picked up by Lakota West. We're getting a little sloppy play here as Lakota West brings the ball up the field through the 30 into their offensive box. To number 20, out top to number 29 as we have a substitution coming in for Lakota West as they're settling the ball into their offensive zone here. Violation by Lakota West with the ball. It's called a ward. You're not allowed to play with your free hand. It's similar to double dribbling in basketball, and the ball goes to the Braves. Brendamore bringing it upfield, and as he's being checked on the arm by Lakota, gets a touch in the offensive box and drops back to settle the offense in through the top to Owen Taylor, the lone freshman on the squad, this varsity squad this year. Owen Taylor has been a great addition to this varsity squad with his great stick. Let's see if we can get him a score tonight. Jimmy Salamini on the field with his trademark dodge, thrown into Frazier, who lost control. Loose ball, Owen Taylor with a great ground ball as he runs away from trouble, swinging it around to Jimmy Salamini down the left side. Through X to Carl Koster, out to the top to Tommy Logeman, the sophomore, as we have a shot by Salamini that goes wide. Carl Koster backing it up. We'll restart it on the quick whistle. Jimmy Salamini with the dodge, pulling it back out, loses control of the ball. The defender takes control as we turn the ball over. Ball down by Lakota West as Brad Collins fights for possession. Owen Taylor, Jimmy Salamini trying to get the ball as we get a push. Carl Koster picks the ball up to retain control for the Braves. Ball down on the ground again. That's a push without possession. That ball will go to the Braves. Braves turn the ball over again as number 59 picks the ground ball up, bringing it down across the 40 to the 50 to the 40 to the 35, 30 into the offensive zone as Lakota West settles the ball into their offensive set. Number 6 going to try to dodge from up top, quickly deciding against it as he drew a long stick. Ball down the left side of the field, coming around the back through X as number 20 tries to dodge. Bring it back out to 34, out to who dodges and scores. With 6:24 left in the second quarter, Lakota West finally scores their first goal of the night on a fake pass and a dodge roll, shooting that ball about 5 yards off the goal line, past the senior goalie Matt Young. Score 4 Braves, Firebirds 1. So 6:24 left here, out at the face-off again. Markowitz will take the face-off again for the Braves. This time the ball is popped out by number 51, who tries to get to the ground ball. It's picked up by Markowitz, who loses it, picked up by Amato, who passes it off. It's picked up. Number 8, Ryan Mullaney, taking a cheap shot there and down on the field. You know, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that I would say about the officiating this year is they have not been calling shots like that. That shot would be known as a unaware player. Mullaney is an integral part of the defense as he plays short stick midi, playing defense as he gets back up. Let's hear a round of applause for Ryan Mullaney as he leaves the field for a short breather. Hopefully he'll be back. It'll be Lakota West ball at the midfield. So we have the restart. Lakota West is going to bring it down the right side of the cage into their offensive zone, passing it back through the X spot, swinging it off to the left side of the cage. Bring it back up the alley to the top to number 42. To number 6, who brings it back down to the left side. Number 6, who's going to try to dodge here and swing it out to number 5. Swing it through X, number 20, who's known for rolling the crease. It's a turnover by number 20, who gives the ball to Finley Quibel. Matt Young has to come out of the crease to pick that ball up. He brings it up to number 21, Rory Perlman, who brings the ball up the field to the 45. Again, an official misses a flag there. That should have been a flag as Perlman gets checked to the head. Markowitz picks up the loose ball. You know, one of the things in lacrosse, you know, we do use the sticks as a tool to dislodge balls, and we are allowed to check them in the arms. But if they make contact with the head, it should be a flag and should be an immediate penalty on the offender, and he should be in the box. Just like hockey, we send people to the box and we play in what's known as an extra man opportunity. Braves trying to set up their offense here as Carrier carries it back through X. They're playing a 1-4-1 with Carrier down at X, bringing it around, and Carrier shoots, loses ball picked up by Frazier, who shoots and scores on the garbage goal. Great ground ball by Ben Frazier as he scoops that ball up. It's 4:09 left in the second quarter. The Braves go up 5-1. It's great to see Matt Carrier try to dodge back from the X. We'd call that an inverted offense, ladies and gentlemen, where the midi goes back to X, all the attackmen come up top. We run a 1-4-1 offense and try to draw the defenders back to Mac, which it worked, and he dumped the ball, and the face-off X. Markowitz with the face-off again, and the win as he brings it in the offensive end. He dumps the ball. Ball gets loose from Brad Collin. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be Lakota West ball. As Lakota West once again will try to get their offense in gear here. Looks like they're going to a one-man clear. Number 6, who's going to bring it up the field to the 40, to the 35, into the 30, and he's going straight in. He's going to pull it out. Ball down on the ground as Quibel knocks it out. We have a loose ball on the field. Lakota West picks this ball up. We have an unsettled play, and the Lakota West is going to throw the ball away out of bounds. It'll be Braves ball. Braves will start their clear off through Roy Perlman, who'll probably swing this ball through the goalie, Matt Young. Matt Young directing traffic back there, making sure no one gets hurt on the loose ball that's laying on the field. Perlman's carrying the ball up, passing it to Young, who will efficiently look for his midi. Number 2, Zach Schneider, who rolls to avoid getting hit, comes across the 50 easily, bringing it up the field into the offensive end at the 30-yard line. Swings it back out to Brendamore at the top, who swings it to the right side of the cage to Matt Carrier as the Braves settle in to get their offense started. Swing it back through Brendamore to the left side to Schneider, who's going to carry it through X as Frazier switched sides with him, and Schneider looks to carry it up, passing it off to Matt Carrier, bringing it back across the top to Brendamore, who's going to go down the left side, dodge on his defender, swinging it down to Collins, who swings it back out to Brendamore, who's going to swing it back out to Carrier. A little bobble of the ball, but Carrier picks the ball up to keep control. Dishes the ball to Coster, who shoots and misses, and Lakota West picks that ball up. Nice ride by Brendamore, who knocks the ball loose, passing it off to Collins, who shoots, and nice save by the Lakota goalie. Held onto that ball a little long. Carrier's going after the ground ball. He's checked on the arm by the Lakota defender. Lakota bringing it up to the offensive end. Ball's loose on the ground, going behind the cage, picked up by number 20, who loses the ball again as Finley Quibel checks him. We have a loose ball push called on the Braves, so Lakota West will keep control of the ball, settling things in as we have multiple substitutions on the Lakota bench and on the Indian Hill bench. Nice check by number 21, Royal Perlman. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Lakota West ball. .42, who's going to swing it out top as Lakota West resets their offense. Finley Quibel on number 20, who brings it out across top, bringing it down to 5 down the right side, back to X. Lakota West. Lakota West rolling against John Edwards. As his guy gets loose, John Edwards turns his guy around, takes a shot, missed. Picked up by number 5 as the Braves are trying to get control of this ball. Ball's on the ground. Matt Carrier going for the ball. Matt Young tries to pick it up outside the crease. Ben Quibel looking for the clear. Passes up to Zach Schneider, who's bringing it across the 50-yard line. and gets a touch in the offensive end. We've got 35 seconds left in this first quarter. Braves call timeout. The Braves again have done a good job of controlling the ball. We've had a little bit of sloppy play in the last half of this second quarter by both teams. Lots of turnovers, lots of pushing. I think one of the things that you'll see with Lakota West is the game typically gets very chippy in the second half when they're down. So you have to wonder what Coach McKay is saying to his guys who have controlled the ball very effectively. They're getting a little antsy to score again, but they've done a great job of riding and controlling the ball on both the offensive end and defensive end. Defense has really stepped up their game tonight, only allowing 1 goal. So the Braves are going to go for 1 more goal here in the half with 31 seconds left. It'll be Brave ball to the left side of the cage. Looks like Ben Frazier will start the play for the Braves. Lakota West is going in a 4-2 defense. Ben Frazier passes it out top to Matt Carrier, who swings it over to Brad Collins, who's going to bring it down the alley to Zach Schneider, who's going to bring it down through X. Again, we're running a little bit of an inverted offense here with our middies down back. Ball's tried to clear it out. It's been intercepted by the goalie, who's going to try to end this half with possession of the ball. Timeout, Lakota West. Lakota West will take possession in their defensive end with 8.5 seconds left in the quarter and half. Very interesting first half, very interesting last 30 seconds to this half. As again, it seems like everybody wants to score. Looks like we have one of wave to the camera, Brad. Here we are on a balmy Wednesday night. I want to remind you again that Indian Hill is running a fundraiser for a dome for Tomahawk Stadium. All funds can be sent to Jeff Zitteron at the Indian Hill Athletic Department office on Drake Road. Cash is accepted, as well as credit cards and checks. So the Braves lead this game with a score of 5-1 with 8.5 seconds left at the halftime, as Lakota West is trying to put together something. They will start the ball in their defensive end. It looks like the Braves are willing to give up the ball to the half. Looks like they're going to they're pulling the goalie all the way. As 38 comes across and into the half as the Braves lead 5-1. So highlights of the quarter, we had 4 different guys score in the first half. The Braves defense has really stepped up their game and are playing as a team now. So it's been a great opportunity for the Braves today to really hone their skills at defense, and their offense has really controlled the clock and time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break here for halftime as the Braves lead the game 5-1.
The Indian Hill Television Network produces coverage of many of the school sporting events, so be sure to catch all the boys and girls action on this community access channel. For playback times in your area, call the ICRC at 772-4272 or visit their website at www.icrctv.com.
From the IHTN studios, it's Braves Beat.
Good morning, Indian Hill, and welcome to Braves Beat. I am your student body president-elect, Jason Littman.
And I am your student body vice president-elect, Daniel Harder. So Jason, would you like to tell everyone who you're wearing?
Well, yes, Daniel. I'm wearing a Mike Fulci original imported straight from Kenwood. Fulci's in Kenwood is by far the best prom attire destination in the tri-state area. In other prom news, prom ticket sales start today through Easy Pay Online, so make sure to start asking the lovely ladies of Indian Hill, as prom is now less than a month away.
Braves, your hard work has paid off. Indian Hill has been ranked the third most academically prestigious high school in Ohio by the Washington Post. Congratulations, Braves, and keep up the good work.
Even though it hasn't been feeling like spring this past week, our annual spring musical is well on its way. Let's check out what Pippin is all about.
People should come see Pippin because it's based on a circus and you'll see a lot of fun tricks and it's really funny.
I'm Pastrada.
And I'm Lewis.
Hi, I'm Arjun Chef, and I'm playing the leading player.
Just for you, we've got lyrical plays to play. We've got parts to perform, hearts to warm, kings and things to take by storm as we go along our way.
Wow, I know I can't wait to peep in to Pippin. Make sure to get your tickets that are on sale now. Congratulations to Katina Calamari for receiving the esteemed Golden Lion Award in the Alternative Film category at the Golden Lions Film Festival. Also, congrats to Abigail Singer for one of her art pieces being displayed at the upcoming Ohio Governor's Youth Art Expedition taking place April 13th through May 18th. Way to go, girls.
Another heads up, the third annual Conquer the Hill 5K is scheduled for Saturday, April 26th. Runners, walkers, and strollers of all ages are encouraged to participate. There will be a festive after-party at the race's finish line in Tomahawk Stadium. Hey Jason, what do you think about that it's snow on Wednesday? I mean, it's the middle of April.
You know, it was pretty weird now that I think about it. Maybe the Braves Beat Science Club will know more about it.
Good idea. Let's see if they can tell us anything about the April snow.
Built by the science guy.
Nerds. That's Newton's third ball for you.
So here's the Braves Beat Science Clan. Now that's mid-April, we're gonna go outside and do a weather report. So here I am outside and the weather is pretty cold.
We're out here in the middle of April, and what is this? Snow. Why is there snow? Because water in the sky, when it hits a freezing point of 32 degrees, it becomes snow. So let's test this out. Here's our snow. Let's see what happens when we heat up its H2O.
2 hours later.
This is truly a magnificent discovery for scientists. It actually is turning into water in its liquid form. Amazing, truly amazing. These flowers are what I like to call snow flowers because they're white like snow. These flowers are very majestic and they only come out in April. This right here is what I like to call mulch. It's out here in the courtyard. You can find it just about anywhere. It's really nice. I'll bring it inside to test. After mixing this mulch and this beautiful majestic snowflower in this water and heating it up, it actually makes a highly nutritional, very tasty drink. Delicious.
From the growth decay function, we have determined that utilizing the ABCDEFG method, we have determined that it constructed it to a concentrate known as water with mulch in it. Right, Mitch?
Correct.
Go Science!
Thanks, guys. Everyone be sure to bring your winter coats to school because you never know when it will snow.
There is something new this year to help us support and celebrate spring sports. Come to the first annual Spring Sports Tailgate Series. Starting April 25th, students of Mrs. Silvius' leadership class will be hosting the first tailgate to celebrate each spring sport, and there will be free food provided by boosters. April 25th is the track tailgate, so be sure to come out and support your Braves.
One of our very own students decided to prom-pose to supermodel Kate Upton via Twitter. Although she has yet to respond, his hopes are still very high, and we are assuming that she is currently having troubles with cell phone reception, and we'll get back to him in a matter of days. This stellar tweet received 53 favorites and just 173 views, correlating to a terrific 30.6% favorite rate, clearly making it the tweet of the week. Don't forget to give him a follow at @MattThompson_5.
Before we go, we'd like to thank our artists, Beatrice Hernandez, and Perry Bigelow.
It looks great.
We'd also like to remind you to like our Braves Beat Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, and email us with any school updates.
Have a wonderful weekend, Braves.
And as always, stay classy, Indian Hill.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray.
Coverage of Brave sports on the Indian Hill Television Network wouldn't be possible without the generous support of the Indian Hill Boosters, the PTO, and the ICRC. Their grants have provided us with the equipment to bring Indian Hill sports off the field or gymnasium and into the community, and we appreciate all they've done to develop our television programming. Let us know what you think of this sports production on the Indian Hill Television Network by calling our viewer feedback phone at 272-4590. Phone lines are open 24 hours a day, so give us a call and tell us how we're doing.
Second half with the Indian Hill Braves leading 5-1. Sam Markowitz at the face-off X again. Joining me in the booth is Mike Fruland as Greg Lefschek got detained. Markowitz with another face-off win. Braves controlling possession again. Brendabor with the ball down the alley, takes a shot, saved by Lakota West goalie. Interception by shot, goal Braves. That'll be scored as an assist on Matt Carey, who intercepted the ball for the turnover, throwing it down to Brad Collins, who scores the goal. So we'll be back out at the face-off X. The Braves leading 6-1, 11:30 left in this third period, as the Braves score quickly in 30 seconds in the third quarter. Markowitz again with the face-off win. Bring it down to Carl Koster, who pulls it out to set up the offense as we bring in our offensive midi set with Matt Carrier Sr. going to Butler University to play football. Zach Schneider, number 2, dodging from up top, passes it back to Matt Carrier, out to Ben Brindamore, another senior for the Braves, who's going to pull it back out to Zach Schneider to Matt Carrier. Bring it down the right side of the cage, dumping it down to X to Brad Collins, who rolls the cage and it gets clobbered. This is going to be a flag down on Lakota West. So the Braves will get their first EMO or extra man opportunity tonight against the Firebirds with 10:48 left. Mike, explain to the audience what an extra man opportunity means.
Extra man offense is when the defensive team gets a penalty and they have a man in the box, one of the players is off the field, so we're basically playing 6 offensive players against 5 defensive players plus the goalie. And the object is to move the ball around very quickly and draw the defensive player to get your 5th man or your 6th man wide open for a shot on goal, hopefully.
So Brad Collins swings the ball back up top to Matt Carrier, who takes it back down to Brad Collins, who's going to take it through X, who's rolling the crease, bring it back around to Owen Taylor, the lone freshman on varsity this year, who brings it back up top to Matt Carrier, who swings it out wide. We're playing 4-2 to now. Playing a 4-2 offense, swinging it wide by the Braves. Owen Taylor dishes it to Matt Carrier, who takes a shot and scores.
Nice shot.
So Owen Taylor gets an assist in his varsity game tonight against the Lakota Firebirds, with the score being credited to Matt Carrier with 10:08 left. Mike, you know, as we score in that extra man opportunity, the Braves offense looked very poised as they controlled the ball, knocked about 30 seconds off the clock. The penalty clears and we go back to even play.
That's the key to a man-up offense, is to be patient and wait for the defense to make a mistake.
Markowitz back out at the face-off again, taking control of the ball, bringing the ball up into the Braves offensive zone. He loses control with a stick check as that's going to be a push with possession on Sam Markowitz, who will spend 30 seconds in the box for the Braves.
That, I believe, was a frustration
we start the half off
penalty
quickly here, Mike,
Sam.
and now the Braves get to show how good their man-down defense is as the Firebirds go up.
Okay, with a man-down defense, you basically play a box and one, which is four players on the 4 corners and 1 man in the middle, moving around, trying to prevent the offense from getting an open shot.
So the Firebirds swing it down the left side to number 34, who swings it out to number 5, who swings it out top to number 20, their top scorer, to number 3, bringing it back around. As you can see, they're tightening the noose up, as we call it, wheeling the ball around, and he gets a shot. Saved by Young.
Nice save by Matt Young.
Ground ball by Mulaney. It's good to see Mulaney come back in after that hit, and we throw the ball away. It'll be Lakota's ball with about 15 seconds left in this penalty. Firebirds get the ball to number 3, to number 38, who brings it back down through, who's going to bring it to X, to number 20, who's rolling, to 34, who's dodging.
We got a man down on Lakota West.
The Firebirds have a man down at the 25-yard line as the refs call time with 9:12 left. And I believe we'll go back to even man. 1, 2, 3. And we're back to even man as the penalty had already released, and the Braves are now, it's now even man play again, so we'll be in settled offense for Lakota West as we restart this. As the goalie for the Indian Hill Braves, Matt Young, calls out to his defense what he wants them playing. Looks like we're playing a man offense, a man defense right now. As 34 dodges past, loses control of the ball. Mulaney drops the ball down on the re-pickup. Get the ball back behind the cage, and ooh, that looked like a trip to me. Mike, what do you think?
It did kind of look like a trip, but I'm not so sure he didn't just cut up in his own feet when he was
Braves
trying
keep
to
control
rotate
of the
away
ball.
from pressure.
See if they can get it. Oh, they lose control, goes out of bounds. Lakota West is going to keep possession as we get a quick restart here. Defense seems to be a little out of sorts, trying to figure out what they're playing. Number 20 is trying to roll the cage as Finn Quibel rolls. Another save by Matt Young, who knocks it wide.
That one's got to go to Indian.
That one goes to Braves, who pick the ball up quickly, looking to set up their clear, bringing it up to Matt Carey, the one-man clear as he runs up the field. You know, I always love watching him run because it actually looks like he's jogging, yet he passes everybody. So Matt Carrier swings the ball back out to Jimmy Salamini, who's good to see him back in the game in his first game of the season. To Zach Schneider, to Austin. Ooh, nice save by the Lakota goalie against Carl Koster.
You know, Carl's been pretty
Jimmy
successful this
Salamini
year
on the
at that
ride.
crease.
Jimmy Salamini knocks the ball away. Lakota West keeps possession. Nope, the ball's down, and we've got number 21 who picks up the ground ball for the Braves, clearing out to Ben Frazier. Number 21's Rory Perlman.
Ben Frazier scores on an overhand blast.
The Braves go up 8-1 with 7:46 left in the third quarter. Well, nothing's changed from the halftime. It looks like Coach McKay has told the Braves to keep the gas pedal down and let's run this score.
I was just going to say they kind of looked like they were a little bit sloppy back there on the defensive end. They lost a couple opportunities to get the ball back into offensive transition and didn't seem to come away with it. But once they get it on offense, they're very efficient and effective.
You know, Tim McKay in his first season has done a great job of implementing a new offense for the Braves, using all the personnel he has, though we may have a lot of young guys as far as experience is concerned. A lot of our seniors have less than 3 years of experience playing the game, but have done a great job of buying into his new system and actually playing his kind of lacrosse, which is always about possession and control. Defense is doing a great job of keeping Lakota West out of the alleys and pushing them out as Ryan Mullaney defends number 3 and pushes them out of the offensive box. Number 31 for the Braves out there is, I believe, Kai Knorr, a sophomore, getting his varsity play time tonight against Lakota West. At some point in time, you got to think, Mike, that they're going to probably bring out the senior goalie, Matt Young, and bring in the sophomore goalie, Cam McMillan, to give him some play time.
Kind of the way it's looking. We got 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter, and we're up 8-1, and it doesn't appear that the defense is allowing Lakota West to put too much pressure, and when they do, Matt's been stopping everything that gets at him. So.
And we've been bringing out a lot of underclassmen to get some playing time and experience. That's how you get your team ready for playoffs, when you'll need a lot of wheels and a lot of legs to carry you through a long playoff season that'll start around the 15th of May. Regular season 16 games. The Braves will be facing Dublin Kaufman, another D1 opponent, up in Columbus on Friday night at 7:30. If you want to have a great start to your Easter weekend or want to have a long weekend up in Columbus and see some great lacrosse, come see the Braves on Friday night. Come see the little guys from Indian Hill play at Ohio State. It's going to be a flag on number 20 as he's going to get a 1-minute slash called, Mike.
Who's that down again?
That's Ryan Mullaney down again.
That's the second time he's
I don't think
down.
number 20 likes Ryan Mullaney. I think Ryan has done a great job of shutting him out. Coming into this game, number 20 has led Lakota West in scoring, both in goals and assists. He's kind of their one-man wonder on the offensive side. Mullaney going down a second time is not a good thing. And like I said, Mike, going into the halftime, one of the things that we always worry about when we face Lakota West, who's really growing a great program over there, is they tend to get really chippy when they get down and resort back to some bad habits that probably were formed in their youth program. And I know the coach over there really doesn't like it, but and he's working on getting that mentality washed out of the program.
Looks like Ryan's back up and running off the sidelines again. Hope he's okay to get back in.
So Coach McKay has almost an entirely new staff. We have Coach McKay as the head varsity coach. We have Troy Stalen as the defensive coordinator. AJ Froelich, former Indian Hill standout who played at Drexel. And we're in EMO again for the Braves as they bring the ball down through X to Collins, back up top to Brenda Moore. This penalty is going to go to about the 5:03 mark. Mike, what do you think the Braves are going to do? They're going to control and score quickly.
You didn't give me a chance. I was going to say I think they're going to score, but they scored before I could get it out.
That's going to go down as an assist for Zach Schneider in his first game of the season. Was that Owen Taylor that scored, or was that Brad Collins? Brad Collins, number 13, the senior, with another score. So the Braves go up 9-1 with 5:34 as the penalty is released, and we go back to the face-off X with Sam Markowitz, who's just been dominating tonight at the face-off.
He's been dominant pretty much all year. He's had a good year at the face-off X. And just as we say that, he gives up an easy one. He doesn't get 51, pops the ball out. Didn't get any help from our wing guys on that one. Let's play good ball here. Defense settles in as Lakota West tries to get something going offensively. So right now in on defense for us, we have Sam Markowitz. Another save by Young, Zach,
who clears it out to Markowitz, who's bringing the ball up the field. Let's see if he dumps it or if he's going to bring it up the field. You know, the Braves have a great arsenal of clearers this year, from Ryan Mullaney, who does a great job of clearing, Sam Markowitz, who does a great job of clearing, and of course the one and only fastest man in the fastest game on 2 feet, Mac Carrier. Jimmy Salamini with the ball as he brings it down the right side of the cage to Brad Collins, who gives it back to Salamini, who does his trademark dodge. He brings it back up top, gives it off to number 22. To Owen Taylor, who's going to dodge. Let's see if he can get his. To Carl Koster, to Brad Collins, who shoots. Well, the official called a crease violation on Brad Collins. I think he got pushed into the crease, but that's okay. Braves are still up 9-1 with 4:17 left in this quarter as Lakota West gets an easy clear into their offensive end, and they're going to try to step up the tempo.
I think you're right. If we can maintain this or extend this lead before the fourth quarter, I think you'll see some pretty big
Matt Carrier pushing the offensive player out, trying to get the ball down. He gets the ball down on the ground. Matt Carrier picks the ball up. And watch this fastest man on 2 feet in the fastest game on 2 feet as he just gently jogs up the field to the 30 to get a touch in the offensive box. As the Braves substitute in a new set of lines, for the midfield, we have Jimmy Salamini, number 1 senior. Matt Carrier with the ball. Matt Carrier tries to pass the ball off to Ben Frazier, but gets checked in the process and throws the ball. Oh, they call it a shot, and Braves keep possession. I really think that was a pass.
No, I think the other official's going to overrule that. Rightfully so. I think that was clearly a pass
that's
to
the right
crease.
Call. So the Braves hustle off the field to bring in their defensive set. We've got Brad Collins riding up top here on number 37 as the ball is cleared across by number 20 as Lakota West gets a touch in their offensive box and they set up their offense. Number 6 going to try to. That ball's high and out over top of the cage. But Young was there to make a save if necessary. You know, a goalie's dream is for guys to shoot outside that 25-yard line. Those are give-me shots for a goalie. It's when they get inside here that it gets hard,
like
and
that.
Lakota West brings it, dodges past their defender, bringing it into the crease area and shooting on Young to score. So the score goes to 9-2. Braves still lead this with 2:47 left in the third quarter. You know, one of the things that I think the Braves have done a great job in the last couple days of practice is really tightening up their defense. We haven't, you know, against Milford and Muller last week, we saw a lot of guys dodging into that that less than 5 yards off the goal line, or what we call the crease area, and kind of having a field day shooting on Young. We haven't seen that so much tonight as the Braves defense has tightened up a little, and they're keeping guys way outside that area. Markowitz with another face-off win. It's to Brad Collins, who makes an errant pass. It's picked off by number 39 for Lakota West.
But a
nice stick check by Brad Collins on the ride. Ball goes back to the Braves as we get a quick start with Ben Frazier starting the game. Back up for the Braves as he rolls to Collins with the ball coming up the left side of the cage. That's
picked up by Carl Koster.
Carl Koster with the ball as he loses it, tries to pick it back up.
Through it.
We got Owen Taylor with the ground ball pickup, who resets the offense, giving it to Jimmy Salamini, who's dodging around, loses control of the ball, and Lakota West picks the ball up at there.
Oh, and Jimmy gets an errant flag. That was unnecessary, I think. That was a frustration foul.
Is that call on Salamini?
I believe so. He lost the ball and was frustrated and came charging back, and I think it was probably a slash.
So Jimmy Salamini is going to do a 1-minute penalty for slashing with 1:58 left here in the third quarter as Lakota West goes man up, and we'll get to see the Braves man down defense, which has actually been pretty spectacular this year. They're playing a box and one, Mike. We know that they're going to want to get this ball back to X, to number 20, who's going to try to roll the cage, and they're going to wheel it back around, but we know number 20 is their guy. He's been kind of quiet tonight because the Braves defense has been playing very tight as another
great save by
Young. What a
Matt
great save.
Young.
That shot came from about 2 yards out, and Young did a great job of deflecting it, but Lakota West keeps possession of the ball as they wheel it back around. Minute 30 left in the quarter, about 30 seconds left, and they score. They left number 20 alone on that crease again. He gets the ball, shoots the ball past Young for the score on man up, making the score 9-3 with 1:23. Salamini's penalty will release, and the Braves will be back out at the face-off X with Markowitz.
Lakota did a nice job that time of drawing their defender and dumping it down onto the crease for an open shot. That's a tough shot to stop when you're just.
And number 20 had his toes right on the crease. It'll be a loose ball push white on Indian Hill. Lakota West are going to main possession with 1:14 left, as they're going to try to work their offense. So on defense right now for the Braves, number 6, Mitchell Trout. Number 5, Patrick Amato. Number 3, Matt Carrier. Nice save by Young.
By Matt Young.
Loose ball. Young picks up the ground ball, clears it out to Markowitz, who's carrying it up the field. Markowitz loses the ball, but we have Rory Perlman, number 21, carrying the ball into the offensive side. We need to get a touch here, Mike. I don't believe we've gotten a touch in our offensive box yet.
I think there it is. Nope, they got him. Or they called a timeout. Looks like Coach McKay called a timeout. It was probably smart.
McKay makes a wise decision to call the timeout, as I think their time to get it in the box is about ready to expire. We have 26.2 seconds left in the third quarter. Braves are leading 9-3. Got to think senior captain Matt Young has to be proud of his defense tonight for keeping the guys outside that crease area. All 3 of their goals tonight have pretty much come from inside the 5-yard mark, and most of the time it's been with the guys standing right on the crease.
Haven't the last 2 been man-up situations?
2 have been on man-up situations, correct. So some
more
work probably to do still on the man down defense, who's typically been pretty strong. Tonight I think they're 0-2 on shutting down the offensive Lakota West.
Actually, I think the first man down,
So we had 3 man downs?
We've had 3 man downs. The first one we stopped them. We retained possession of the ball.
But, you know,
penalty
if we had our
expired.
sideline reporter Sam Johnston down there, he's a stat freak and probably would be able to tell us exactly how many times we've had man up, man down situations. Young back in the cage for the Braves as the Braves will restart the ball in the offensive end of the field for them. And it looks like Zach Schneider, Matt Carrier loses the ball. Lakota West loses the ball out of bounds. It's going to be great recovery by Matt Carrier to ride his defender out of bounds as we restart quickly.
17
Matt Carrier brings it back
seconds left.
up top. So the Braves are going to go for a last-second score here in the third quarter as Zach Schneider takes a shot. Shot goes wide. It's going to be a restart by the Braves with 4.3 seconds. Quick coming
pass,
on.
nice turn, shot.
Great shot by Ben Frazier at the last with 1.3 seconds left. It's now 10-3 Braves.
That was a great shot, but that was a better feed. That was very alert from X to be able to pick out Ben out on the top of the crease.
With the assist to number 12, Ben Frazier. You know, it's a fabulous thing that Indian Hill has going here, this television network that is run and operated by the kids and supported by Denny Crump, who runs the TV studio for the Braves. Make sure you watch the Brave Beats every Friday on the IHTN network.
Well,
So we're at the end of three, Mike. The Braves again do a great job. We're at 10-3. Braves lead it. Offense is doing well. You got to think that Coach McKay's loving the fact that in his first season, 5 games in, he's going to be 4-1. He's only played one D2 school. This has got to move them up in the ratings. You know, one of the things that happens at the end of every quarter is the officials will take a stick from each team, randomly picking a stick from a player. They will measure it to make sure that it's of legal length, make sure that the head is of legal width, and that the pocket is not too deep to keep the ball securely in there when checked. One of the things that you always worry about late in the game, especially with your face-off guys, is whether or not their sticks get pinched. What do you think about that, Mike? You think they're taking an awful long time with these sticks this time?
I think because it's the end of the quarter, they're just out there talking and looking at the sticks. I think that if it were illegal, you'd have seen some action before then.
I think you're right.
They check the sticks a lot. I haven't seen a lot of calls this year.
Warning Mac on his stick, though, telling him you might want to change sticks.
Well, the penalty for that is pretty severe. I believe it's a 3-minute non-releasable penalty.
It's anywhere from 1 minute to 3 minutes, depending on what kind of if it's a stick that's been shortened, it's a 3-minute non-releasable. If it's a head that's just gotten warped and out of whack and nobody's really trying to illegally use illegal equipment, it'd be a 1 minute non-releasable.
That was a nice recovery by Markowitz. He lost the face-off, but
Mulaney's
stayed with
trying to
it.
get this ground ball picked up. As he does, he's got to bring it into the offensive end. He's going to have about 30 seconds. He dumps the ball to Markowitz, who's going to get the touch.
Get in the box.
Who dishes the ball out to Zach Schneider, who's bringing it across the top at the 40 down to the 35 as the Braves settle it up, bringing it out to the top to Brenda Moore, who passes it off to Matt Carrier. Matt Carrier loses the ball on a stick check. Lakota West is trying to control the ball on their defensive end, but it's just not working for him as Zach Schneider is just causing all kinds of havoc on their defenders trying to carry the ball. And Matt Carrier picks the ball up, dumps it. That should be a push.
The goalie actually came way out of the crease to play defense on that and pushed him in the back, but they didn't call it.
It's got to be a time limit here. I would think that this ball would go to the Braves as Lakota has not. Well, there they get the touch, but I think there's 30 seconds. We're up.
I think you're right.
Shot is wide and high over the cage as Lakota West has a person back to keep possession with 10:42 left in this fourth quarter. So Lakota West with the ball on the left side of the cage, bringing it up top. Again, they're going to be looking to get this ball down to number 20, who is an offensive threat for them. It's been pretty quiet tonight, except on extra man opportunities. And number 6 is going to bring it in, and that's going to be a ball thrown away.
Good hustle by Matt Young, I think. Oh,
that was a pass. Come on, guys. That was not a shot.
Regardless, I think Matt Young beat him to the line anyway.
Well, you know, looks like the officials are trying to give Lakota West a little bit of benefit of the doubt. Braves are actually not technically man down, but Young with another great save.
Not sure what the Braves were
doing there. And this time Rory's back there to back him up. The Braves defender there got called for a holding, which is not a penalty situation, but his stick was bent, so he actually had to come out of the game, giving Lakota technically a man-up opportunity. Ooh, the Braves have been sloppy with the ball. Finn Quibel, who's very efficient at bringing the ball up, clears it out to Matt Carrier, who's going to run it up.
Nice grab by Carrier. And that's failure to advance. That seemed like an awfully quick 30 seconds.
The ball compared to Lakota that seemed to have a whole minute.
I think they were making up for it for the minute that they didn't call the first time down with Lakota West.
9:28 left in the game, folks, as the Braves lead the Lakota Firebirds 10-3. Number 20's beat one defender. He's rolling back, trying to get his hands free. He shoots. Matt Young makes a save, but it rebounds out, and number 24 gets a garbage goal.
Big
and
number
he takes
24.
a putter shot on Young, who had a wonderful save on number 20. Not a whole lot he can do there. Defense did a great job of playing defense, just didn't get the ground ball, and number 24 gets a garbage goal for the score for the Firebirds. So the score is now 10-4 with 9:05 left. You know, if you're a Firebirds fan, I guess you're going to cheer that kind of stuff. You know, they have not been able to execute an offense at all tonight. Everything they've gotten has pretty much been on extra man opportunities or garbage goals like that, Mike.
You always got to watch for those loose balls. A lot of opportunity there.
Markowitz trying to get control of this face-off ball as Mulaney picks the ball up, gets his touch, brings the ball back out, and they're going to try to double it. You're going to see Lakota West go to a very aggressive defensive set here as Markowitz brings the ball out to Brendamore, who's going to swing the ball across the top. You can see Lakota West is pushing way out with their defenders. Time's running out on them. They've got to do something fairly aggressive, fairly quickly if they want anything to do. And the Braves throw the ball away again. We're just playing sloppy a little bit here, Mike. Another thing, though, the Braves have really got to figure out their ride situation. We're giving too many guys. Young with another save. This time Young comes out of the cage. He's going to hustle back to the cage. The ball does not go out of bounds. We're still live. Number 24 is alone on the crease. Let's see if the Braves pick him up defensively. Mulaney's on top of 24. Ball's down. Braves pick it up. That's Rory Perlman picking the ball up. And it's going to go out of bounds on the Braves. It'll be Lakota's ball. .747 left here in the third quarter, Mike. Markowitz with the ball. He's just going to do what we call a Gilman shot down the field, hoping that a white jersey, who does pick it up. Shot missed. It's going to be backed up by Carl Koster. Braves ball. Well, that Gilman worked by Markowitz. gets the ball down into our offensive end, and Carl Koster passes out top to Zach Schneider, who's going to settle it in, bring it across the top to Ben Brendamore, swinging it down to Owen Taylor, who's going to try to dodge through his defender, bring it back behind. We're making some sloppy passes.
I'd like to see them maintain possession a little bit better here and take care of the ball. Probably won't have an effect on this game, but it's still, you don't like to see them get sloppy with the ball. Lakota West is very aggressive with their D. They're coming way out high, which in theory should open things up.
Koster coming in, dishes off to Schneider, who's got room and time, passes it in. Oh, great idea. Koster with the ground ball, loses it. He's fighting for position. See,
that's going to be a hold, I believe.
It's going to be a hold on Koster. No, it's going to be called against Lakota. Ball stays to the Braves.
Koster's getting a little chippy in there with the.
We got Frazier out to Schneider, out to Owen Taylor, out to Brendamore, who's going to dodge from the 30, passes defender, draws the double.
Oh, no.
Owen Taylor gets the loose ball, dishes it to Zach Schneider. They're, like I said, Mike, they're going to get very, very chippy here. They don't like.
You were right. That was a very hard hit. I'm surprised that that didn't get a call. We're trying to be very careful this year with
right
head
idea,
injuries.
trying to feed it into the big man, Carl Koster, as Owen Taylor picks the ball up. He's going to get doubled. He dishes the ball down to Brendamore, who brings the ball down, dishes it down to X to Collins, who's going to roll the crease and
what a beautiful
score.
move.
What a beautiful, beautiful fake. He fakes the pass out to Frazier, turns and shoots on the goalie and scores with his tiptoes on the crease.
When you fake a pass to Frazier, the defense is certainly going to respond to that because Frazier's got, how many, 4 goals at least tonight?
Yeah. Well, little information, 5th game of the season. The Braves have scored double digits in every game now.
Very
and
impressive
we are
offense. As you were saying, Tim McKay has put in a new offense, and it's been very, very successful. Won all but one of our games, and watching the game that we didn't win, I honestly think it might have been the best game we've played.
So it's going to be a violation called on Lakota West with the push, and it's going to be Markowitz bringing the ball up into the offensive end, getting the touch as he quickly dumps the ball
Jimmy Salamini's got
to
the ball.
Salamini. And you can see that this Lakota team is getting very chippy, very, very chippy as the Lakota
Jimmy's
West
not
player
very
dove
happy
on
with
the field
himself
trying
on
to
that
hit
pass.
Salamini. Salamini's riding his man at the midfield. Koster's covering up the defender at the 15-yard line who passes the ball up. It's a loose ball on the ground. Will the Braves come up with it?
Oh, Salamini comes in with a big check.
So let's see if the defense can settle it down a little.
We're at the 5-minute mark, Rob, and we're at 11-4. I think this one is
Lakota West with the ball on the left side, a dodge, and he's going to dish it back. No, he's going to take it back down, bring it back up top. So we're in the ball up top as Ryan Mullaney pushes the guy out. He shoots, ball wide. Great defense by Ryan Mullaney. Ball goes wide and out of bounds. Will be Lakota ball with the restart at the end line.
You know, we're inside of 5 minutes here. We've got an 11-4 lead, but apparently Coach McKay hasn't seen enough from his seniors and his starters because he hasn't been.
Lakota West loses the ball across the 50-yard line. Frazier comes
Ben
and
Frazier
scores.
shoots from about the 30.
It's 12-4.
A beautiful bounce shot to the offhand side of the goalie.
One of the things that I think a lot of teams are starting to realize about these Braves is their offense is full of firepower. You got Frazier, Collins, Koster, who's having a breakout year. You've got Schneider, who's back for his first game. And I think that's why we're seeing the seniors stay out there a little longer. Is that this is really kind of the first game that we've had all our starters. The only one missing still is Michael Hamilton, who had surgery last week on that torn ACL that he occurred actually playing at Lakota East. Successful surgery. He will not be back for the season, though. And we wish him all the best of luck in his future. It's going to be a loose ball push on the Braves as Lakota West maintains possession.
And one offensive player you didn't mention, and he may have the hardest shot on the team, is Jimmy Salamini. And I don't know if he's gotten a goal yet tonight or not, but
he has not, and it's his first game back as well. So again, I think Coach is feeling, you know, we need to let these guys play a little bit before we go up to Dublin Kaufman on Friday night. This is really now just turning into a practice session for the Braves as they have a sizable lead, though. You know, lacrosse is a pretty quick game, and scores can change quickly. It's very difficult. So the Braves get called for a slash on number 26, John Edwards, with 3:40 left in the game. It'll be Lakota West, I'm sorry, again with an extra man opportunity against our man down defense. Well, I'm okay with that. I like seeing guys play hard and aggressive even when the scores are up. It's never good practice to lay back in a game. Another great save by Young. Ground ball picked up by Finn Quibel, who's running up the field to the 30, to the 40, to the 50, all by himself, bringing it all the way up the field, getting a touch in the offensive box. They're gonna double, maybe even triple this ball. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Lakota ball.
He did such
Got to
a
hustle
great
back,
job of bringing that up
Finn.
the field.
3:15. So we have about 45 seconds left in the penalty. Braves are still playing man down. Lakota West, you would think, would have an easier time clearing this ball with the extra man on the field over the Braves as they bring it up to the offensive end, get a touch, and let's see if they can set up their extra man offense. Again, they're looking probably to get that ball. Well, is number 20 even out there right now? Yep, he's out back there at the X. Shot, another save by Young, who's going to get a clear out to.
Back to Matt Young.
Uh-oh, ball down.
This could be dangerous, and it is.
They score. So the penalty will release with 2:33 left in the quarter. Again, another garbage goal.
Yeah, most of their goals have been haven't been from their offensive set. They haven't been very successful putting the ball in the goal from their offense.
It's 12-5. Young can't be happy with that. One of the things it looks like Coach McKay will be working on here in the next couple days is clearing the ball through our long sticks when we're man down. Zach Schneider this time out at the face-off X for the Braves. Matt Carrier off in the wing and Finn Quibel in the far wing. Carrier shuffling down the wing line, and it's Zach Schneider with the ball as he's bringing up the right alley, getting a touch in the offensive box, bringing it back to X. So folks, at the 2-minute mark, you'll see the officials signal with one hand up and one hand pointed toward the end line. We got Frazier tried the hidden ball trick, didn't work. We got timeout, Braves.
Timeout with just over
so,
2
as I was
minutes
saying,
left.
with 2 minutes left, the refs will signal by putting one hand up in the air and pointing towards the Braves end line to keep it in the offensive box. When you're up in a lacrosse game in the last 2 minutes of the game, you're required as the offense to keep it inside the box. So what you're going to see is the Braves probably stick 3 guys back behind the crease, 3 guys up top. They'll try to feed the ball down into the crease area, actually behind the crease in what's known as the X, and probably try to keep it there for about 2 minutes, don't you think, Mike?
I would hope that they can do that. In high school lacrosse, there's no shot clock and there's no time limit. As you said, the only rule is you must keep it in the box in the last 2 minutes.
Now, what'll be interesting to see is if Lakota West plays super aggressive and pulls the goalie and tries to double the ball, which if I'm Lakota West down this much, They've got a big goalie who's pretty strong and physical, does a great job in cage for him, has had a great night even though he's given up 12 goals. It's pretty much been a shooting gallery for the Braves. Be a good time to practice that, because in a game that's really, really close and you're down by one, pulling the goalie and doubling the ball is always a good idea if you're trying to get the win.
Very good. Here we go. We're inside of 2 minutes, and
the Braves lose
possession of the ball.
Up, out of bounds on Lakota West with 1:51 left is going to be the Braves' ball.
No, I think they're giving it to Lakota.
Yep, they do. I thought he pointed to the Braves. Lakota's going to clear it out. Let's see if the Braves can.
2 minutes.
Frazier's going to ride the goalie, who passes it out to the long stick, bringing it up the right side of the field, clearing it into their offensive end. As the Lakota West players going to have a call.
Oh, we're going to get a flag. Now, did they get that timeout before he threw the flag? That'll be the question.
Well, let's see what the call is. It looks like it's on number 6. Mitchell Trout. Have you seen the signal yet?
I think he picked it up, Rob, because I think they called a timeout.
Okay.
No?
Well, they haven't signaled anything.
They haven't signaled anything. Are we a man down?
We are man down. There's a man in the box.
But I didn't see a call. I didn't hear them announce the penalty.
So again, the Braves are playing man down, and the Firebirds will try their extra man offense again as they, and
Once
that time number 34 rolls the cage, leaving Matt Young hanging out there to drive, and can't. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt Young actually got pulled. That's Cam McMillan in cage now for the Braves. Score is now 12-6. Braves with 1:15 left. Well, that's a tough way to come into a varsity game in a man down situation, but Cam's very capable of handling himself out there. So we have Markowitz at the face-off X. Ryan Mullaney on the near side wing. Markowitz wins the pop again, but does not win possession of the ball as the wingman for Lakota West picks the ball up. And we have a timeout, Lakota West.
Well, look, I wonder if Coach McKay will substitute some of his younger guys in here for the last minute of the game. The game is clearly in hand. I would think this would be a good opportunity to get some of the guys on the field, and obviously he's given Matt Young the rest of the night off after a great performance. But we'll have to wait and see till they take the field if he substituted anybody else.
Well, Mike, in this timeout, the Braves have lost one player tonight. Hopefully it's just for the evening, and he'll be back on Friday. Austin Schneider was injured earlier in the game. I think he might have rolled his ankle or something, but let's hope he gets better quickly and is back in action on Friday night as we travel to Columbus for the Dublin-Kaufman game.
I would think going up to Columbus would be one of our toughest obstacles so far of the year.
Kaufman's a team that we play every year, and this senior class has seen them 3 times already. I think we're 2-1 against them in the last 3 years. So there's 1 minute left. Lakota West with the ball. Oh, that's a shot off the rail. And it's going to be out of bounds. Lakota West is going to keep possession. So, Mike, the Braves will finish this game out definitely winning it. There's no way for Lakota West to score 6 goals. Another shot wide, goes out of bounds. Lakota West, 41 seconds left. They go on a 4-game road trip, starting their road trip against Dublin Kaufman on Friday night at 7:30 in Columbus. It'll be interesting to see how they do up there. They've always done great save by Cam McMillan.
Save by Cam.
McMillan with the ball. He's probably going to just hold on to it, getting it out to Finn Quibel, who's going to bring it up the field, who's going to clear it to. This is where we've had trouble tonight, Mike.
Yes,
our long poles have just not done a good job of. So John Edwards bring it up, and with 7 seconds left,
the clock out.
Ben Frazier is going to hold the ball to end the game.
As you
Well,
said,
the Braves
right
win
to
it
the
again.
end, they were
Again, offensive firepower. Cam McMillan with a spectacular save at the end of the game to allow the Braves to clear it out to the offensive end, where Ben Frazier kills the clock, and the Braves win this game 12-6. As I was saying before that great save by McMillan, we have a 4-game road trip starting Friday night against Dublin Kaufman. Then we'll be back in town playing Loveland, I believe, on Wednesday at Loveland. And then we'll be back to Tomahawk Stadium in 2 weeks, basically, from tonight. So the Braves win this game 12-6. Mike, the only thing I would say is we need to work a little bit on our clearing game. Our long poles.
Possessing the ball. They looked a little bit sloppy at times, and other than that, most of the goals that they gave up tonight were either just loose balls in front of the goal that were garbage goals, or they were man-up goals, which you should expect to score when you're a man-up.
So the Braves open the season here early with 4 wins, 1 loss. All those wins have come against Division I schools, and their only loss has come against the Moeller Crusaders, who always put together a great program. And that game went into overtime. I think the Braves have to be proud of the way they've played early here in the season, especially considering they opened the season with 2 days of practice after coming back from spring break, missing 3 seniors who were considered critical. One, Michael Hamilton, injured in that scrimmage against Lakota East and is out for the rest of the season. Jimmy Salamini and Zach Schneider, who had to miss a couple games and are now back. I think once these guys get back into the swing of things and we start really firing, I think you're going to see the Braves score 15, 16 goals just about every game, Mike.
I think that's fair, Rob. They've put up a lot of goals already this year, and I think when Mr. Hamilton is he a senior? Is Hamilton a senior?
Yeah, Mike Hamilton is a senior.
So he won't probably be seeing.
He's a captain of the team. Well, Mike, as we sign off here at Tomahawk Stadium, the Braves win at 12-6 in their 5th game of the season, heading to Dublin Kaufman again, folks, on Friday night. Let's see if we can get a big crowd up to Dublin Kaufman for the game. Stay overnight, see the Ohio State Buckeyes play. I believe they're playing Army this weekend. And if you want to see some little guy action, you can catch the Indian Hill Braves youth lacrosse program playing in a tournament at Ohio State Stadium as well. I'm Rob Young with Mike Fruland in the booth tonight, wishing everyone a great night, a great weekend, and a wonderful Easter as we say goodnight. And we're one team with one mission. That's 6/7/2014. State championship bound Indian Hill Braves. Good night, folks.
Good night.
The Indian Hill Television Network would not have been possible without the support of the following contributors: Buskin Bakery, Hoppy Sign Company, Tim Rudy, Mr. Cassidy, Steve Ginn, the Indian Hill Boosters, PTO, and Maintenance Department, and the ICRC. Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.